Hi, my name's Brandon, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to suck. That's kite with a stand-up paddleboard. Sucking is actually really fun, and it works really well in light conditions when the alternative is sitting on the beach waiting for more wind. So you want to start with the largest kite possible. You want a nice stable source of power. A slower stroke gives you something to lean against, and a big kite you can park and then sheet in and out. You can start at the beach by stepping onto your board, but if you're in the water, you're going to want to be careful and make sure that your harness bar doesn't scrape up your board. So you'll want to put your front hand on the handle of the stand-up paddleboard, and then you're going to want to fly the kite with your back hand. You're going to use the elbow on your front hand to sink the upwind rail, and then you're going to use the kite to get your hip up onto the rail, and then your back foot, and then get to your knees and go for it. At all times, you want to make sure the downwind rail is out of the water. You can do this by putting your weight on the upwind rail of the board. Otherwise, your downwind rail will get buried and pitch you off. You'll want to experiment with your position forward and back. Find just the right spot and set your edge to kite upwind. Whenever you try to turn the board, it helps to shift your weight forward or back, but you can also use the pull of the kite to direct the board. By simply shuffling the bar to the right or left, you can leverage the kite's angle in the window to turn the board. If you want to turn the board faster, you can step all the way back to the tail of the board to get the board to pivot. There's a couple key tips for kiting in threshold wind conditions, where you have just enough wind to keep the kite in the sky. First, you'll want to keep the kite away from neutral at the sides of the wind window. If you hit a lull while the kite is low and off to the side of the window, it can be hard to keep the kite out of the water. Second, in light conditions, you need to keep a rail buried in the water to limit your downwind drift. In light conditions, a flat SUP board will drift downwind and reduce the amount of effective wind on the kite. By sinking a rail, you are limiting your downwind drift, and in threshold conditions, this might be enough to keep the kite in the air until you can get moving and develop some apparent wind. If you want the feel of a fixed line or a two-line kite, you can pull in your power strap and either pull down the cruise control knob all the way to the bottom, or you can unhook from your harness. In the event you hit a lull or the kite begins to stall, you can grab the trim line just above the bar to depower the kite. This makes the kite much more versatile and expands the range of wind conditions you can suck in. The other way to depower the kite when unhooked is to hold the bar with one hand and grab the quick release with the other. Either way, you want to be able to depower the kite if it stalls in a lull or if it gets a little windier. So those are some basic tips for kiting with a stand-up paddleboard. Remember, whether kiting or stand-up paddling, always use caution.